My name is Emily, and today I am starting the biggest adventure of my life. I am standing in a very long line at the international airport. This is my first trip abroad, and I feel both happy and nervous. I wear my favorite light blue dress because I want to look nice in France. My wavy brown hair is tidy, and I hold my boarding pass very tightly. A man with a vintage camera stands behind me in the queue. His name is Marcus, and he looks like a person who travels a lot. Marcus wears a stylish tan blazer and has very kind, dark eyes. He sees my boarding pass and asks if I am going to Paris too. I smile and tell him that I am a teacher on my first big holiday. My expressive brown eyes are bright because I love the airport atmosphere. The terminal is full of people, suitcases, and many different languages. I am a proactive person, so I checked all my documents 3 times. The logic of a good trip is to have everything ready before the flight. I am satisfying with the fast service at the check-in desk today. Everything looks organized and very high quality in this 2D world. Marcus tells me that he is an historian and he loves old European cities. I think his job is very interesting and quite romantic. We talk about the beautiful museums and the history of the Eiffel Tower. I feel a bit more relaxed because Marcus is very easy to talk to. The airport sky is bright through the huge glass windows. I can see many airplanes waiting for their passengers on the field. I am Emily, and I am ready to leave my country for the first time. The 2D Disney style of the terminal makes everything look magical. Every detail of the boarding pass is clear and very important to me. Marcus says that the first trip abroad is a memory for a lifetime. I believe that traveling is the best way to learn new things. We hear the announcement for our flight and start to move forward. My heart is beating fast as I walk through the boarding gate. We are moving to the airplane to find our seats. I step onto the airplane and feel the cool air of the cabin. The seats are a soft blue color, and the interior looks very modern. I find my seat number and try to put my bag in the overhead bin. The bag is a bit heavy, and I struggle for a few seconds. Marcus is behind me, and he helps me to lift the bag easily. "Thank you so much, you are very helpful," I say with a smile. He sits in the seat next to mine, which is a very pleasant surprise. I am a proactive traveler, so I put my seatbelt on immediately. The logic of safety is the most important thing during the flight. My wavy brown hair moves as I look at the small screen in front of me. Marcus takes a book about French architecture out of his pocket. I am satisfying with the comfort of the seat and the legroom. Everything looks high quality and very clean inside the aircraft. We listen to the flight attendants as they explain the safety rules. My brown eyes are curious about all the buttons and lights. I am Emily, and I feel like I am in a dream about flying. The plane starts to move on the runway, and I hold the armrests. Marcus tells me not to be afraid because flying is very safe. The 2D Disney style of the cabin makes the colors look very soft. We feel a little bit of pressure as the plane takes off into the sky. I look out of the small window and see the ground disappear. The houses and cars look like small toys from the high clouds. I am satisfied with the smooth start of our international journey. Marcus asks me if I want to see his map of the Paris streets. He has a very detailed plan for visiting the secret parks. I think that having a plan is a very smart and logical idea. The clouds outside the window look like white mountains of sugar. The second scene of my story is full of wonder and peace. I am ready to enjoy the long flight across the ocean. We are moving to the middle of the flight over the clouds. The plane is now very high, and the sky is a deep, dark blue. I spend a long time looking at the clouds through the window. Marcus is reading his book, but he stops to talk to me again. We talk about the English language and how I teach my students. He says that communication is the key to understanding the world. I am a proactive teacher, so I enjoy this deep conversation. My light blue dress is comfortable for the long hours of sitting. My brown eyes reflect the bright light of the afternoon sun. Marcus shows me some photos on his vintage camera from his last trip. The photos are high quality and show the beautiful streets of Italy. I am satisfied with the quiet atmosphere inside the airplane today. Everything looks organized and very professional in the service. I am Emily, and I feel very lucky to have such a nice neighbor. The logic of our talk is friendly, interesting, and very clear. We discuss our favorite foods and the famous French croissants. Marcus says that the food in Paris is like a piece of art. I believe that trying new food is a big part of the adventure. The 2D world of the airplane is full of soft, magical shadows. Every detail of the clouds is visible and looks absolutely mastery. I feel a lot of inspiration for my future English lessons. Marcus tells me a joke about an historian who got lost in time. I laugh, and my warm smile makes him feel happy too. We are a great team of two people who love to learn and explore. The third scene captures the beauty of being above the world. I take a notebook and write down some new French words. Marcus helps me with the pronunciation of bonjour and merci. I am satisfied with my progress even before we land in France. The air inside the cabin is fresh and very cool today. I feel that my first trip abroad is going perfectly well. We are moving to the lunchtime on the airplane. The flight attendants bring the food trays to our seats. I receive a small tray with a fresh croissant and some orange juice. Marcus chooses a cup of hot black coffee and a small sandwich. The smell of the coffee is very pleasant and wakes me up. I am a proactive traveler, so I use my napkin very carefully. The logic of eating on a plane is to be slow and very neat. I am satisfying with the taste of my first French-style bread. Everything looks organized and high quality on my small table. My wavy brown hair is messy, but I feel very relaxed. We talk about the traditions of having breakfast in different countries. Marcus says that in France, people spend a lot of time eating. I think that enjoying food is a very healthy and logical habit. My brown eyes are focused on the small cup of juice in my hand. I am Emily, and I am learning about culture even during lunch. The 2D Disney style of the food makes it look very delicious. We share a small piece of chocolate that Marcus had in his bag. He is a very generous man, and I like his company very much. The plane moves slightly, but I feel very safe and stable here. Every second of this flight is a high-quality memory for me. The fourth scene is about the simple pleasure of a meal. We talk about the books we want to buy in the Paris shops. Marcus recommends a small bookstore near the River Seine. I write the name of the shop in my travel diary immediately. I am satisfied with the friendly energy of our culinary talk. The sky outside the window is turning into a soft purple color. I feel that the journey is bringing us closer to our destination. My light blue dress looks bright in the cabin's afternoon light. We finish our lunch and the attendants take the trays away. I am ready for the final hours of my first big flight. We are moving to the preparation for the landing in Paris. The pilot announces that we are starting our descent to Paris. I look out of the window and see the green fields of France. The sun is setting, and the horizon is orange and gold. Suddenly, I see a small silver tower in the far distance. Look, Emily. That is the Eiffel Tower. Marcus says excitedly. I press my face against the glass and feel a lot of joy. My brown eyes are wide, and my heart is beating very fast. This is the moment I dreamed about for many long years. I am a proactive woman, and I take my camera to capture it. The logic of this beauty is hard to explain with simple words. I am satisfying with the view of the city from the high sky. Everything looks organized and very historic from above. Marcus tells me about the height and the weight of the tower. He is a real historian who knows every detail about Paris. I am Emily, and I am finally seeing the capital of France. The 2D world of the sunset is full of vibrant and warm colors. The plane moves down, and I can see the streets and the river. The River Seine looks like a long blue ribbon between the houses. Every detail of the city is ultra-detailed and looks very real. The fifth scene captures the triumph of reaching my goal. My wavy brown hair is golden in the last rays of the sun. I am satisfied with the quality of this magical and deep moment. Marcus checks his watch and says we are landing in 5 minutes. I put my seatbelt on again and prepare for the touchdown. The landing is very smooth, and I hear the sound of the wheels. We are officially in France, and I feel absolutely wonderful. Logic tells me that my first trip abroad is a great success. The atmosphere is full of excitement and new big expectations. I take a deep breath and prepare to leave the airplane. We are moving to the arrival hall of the Paris airport. We walk through the long corridor to the passport control area. The air in Paris feels different, very fresh and a bit sweet. I see a large sign that says Bienvenue à Paris in bright letters. Marcus walks with me to the area where we collect our bags. I find my suitcase very quickly and feel very proactive today. We reach the exit, and I see many people with signs and flowers. The logic of my journey is now complete, and I am safe. Marcus takes his vintage camera and takes a photo of the hall. He gives me his business card and smiles very kindly at me. If you need a guide for the museums, just call me, Emily, he says. I thank him for being a great friend during the long flight. My brown eyes are bright as I say goodbye to my new neighbor. I am satisfying with the high-quality start of my French holiday. Everything looks organized and very stylish in this airport. I am Emily, and I am standing in the heart of Europe today. The 2D Disney style of my smile is the final note of the story. I hold the handle of my suitcase and walk towards the taxi. I feel very brave, smart, and ready for the City of Lights. My light blue dress and wavy hair are part of my new style. The sixth scene is the beginning of my real Parisian adventure. I believe that every teacher should travel to see the world. The atmosphere is positive and full of the spirit of freedom. I am satisfied with my stable and friendly communication today. Highly detailed character models are safe and very happy now. The moon is rising in the sky, and the city is starting to glow. Every detail of this day is a treasure in my teacher's heart. I am a proactively thinking woman who found her dream. My story about the first trip abroad ends with a big success. I am ready for the cafes, the art, and the French language. Life is a journey, and I am a very happy traveler today.
The best comment under this video gets English lessons, completely free. So go ahead and write your comment now.